Hello everyone, welcome to part 9 of Life on the Railway. I hope you are enjoying it, and as always do remember to watch the previous parts if you haven't done so already. So this part is named Travelling in Style, which obviously is basically about travelling in style, believe it or not. And once again, the Midland Railway led the way in providing a new standard of luxury travel when the General Manager Sir James Allport introduced the first American Pullman coach to Britain in 1874. It was quite magnificent by the standards of the day, boasting an oil-fired stove and hot water pipes to heat the carriages. There were also efficient argon lamps instead of smoky oil lamps, and running water for toilets and wash basins. Instead of rows of seats in closed compartments, the carriage was open from end to end, and passengers sat in plush swivel chairs. The decor was equally grand, with embellished oilcloth and gilding. Soon after the first coach to prove a success, the Midland ran a special train from St Pancras in London to Bradford in Yorkshire, consisting of 5 Pullman coaches, and passengers enjoyed a whole new experience. They could stroll easily from one end of the train to the other. Pullman trains became synonymous with a better class of travel. Some had sleeping cars, but even the day coaches were special, with passengers having tables in front of their seats where they could be served meals. Pullman coaches also had to be adopted by the most famous luxury train service in the world, the Orient Express. Britain was finally given a direct link in 1926 when a new service, the Flèche d'Or, if I pronounced that right, was introduced between Dover and Paris, linked to overnight ferries to the English equivalent, the Golden Arrow, between Dover and London. This meant that passengers could board coaches that were the epitome of elegance in London and stay on them for the Channel crossing all the way through to Paris, I know, but just try to be posh. They could also enjoy the very best service, including food prepared by chefs recruited from some of Europe's finest restaurants. There were also railway hotels, and those who travelled on these trains paid a premium, and they were expected everything connected with their rail services to be of a same high standard. Important stations had special waiting rooms for first-class passengers, where the seats were comfortable and porters ensured that there was always a blazing fire in the grate in winter. Passengers also needed to stop overnight, preferably close to the station. The railway company soon realised that there was some dollar to be made by building their own hotels. By the early years of the 20th century, they ran the biggest hotel in Britain, 79 of them all employing thousands of staff. Some, such as Glen Eagles in Edinburgh and the Adelphi in Liverpool, became famous. The latter was often spoke of as the grandest hotel in Britain outside London. But none was even grander than the hotel at St Pancras Station, designed for the Midland Railway by Sir George Gilbert Scott in an exuberant Gothic style. Opened to its first guests in 1873, it had 300 rooms, including suites with lavish displays of gold leaf on the walls and fires constantly burning in the grates, but hopefully not in the height of summer. What they did not have was any sort of ensuite bathrooms, so an army of servants were constantly scuttling around the corridors with chamber pots and tubs of hot water. The guests did not even have to climb the grand staircase, but could take advantage of the new hydraulic ascending chambers, or as we now call them today, lifts or elevators if you are in America. In its day, it was the height of modernity as well as the epitome of luxury. In 2011, the hotel was restored to its former glory. Interesting fact to end the video, in the 1920s the Pullman coaches had to be redesigned as cars where you could sit through the whole journey and be served with meals without having to go to a separate dining car. So there you have it. That is the end of part 9, or part de neuf if you're in France. I do hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have, give it a like, share and subscribe. Remember to hit the notification bell to never miss a video. And until part 10, ta-ta for now, folks.